At the very beginning of the story, we are introduced to two brothers. The elder brother's name is Nathan, and the younger one is Sam. Both brothers secretly sneak into a museum with the intention of stealing a map. Once inside, Nathan explains to Sam that this map is extremely valuable. He tells him that the map doesn't just hold historical importance, it actually leads to a massive hidden treasure. Saying this, Nathan begins to open the frame, just about to take the map. But before he can do that, guards suddenly appear from behind. They catch both brothers red-handed and take them away to an orphanage. They are taken to an orphanage. In fact, both of them have no parents and have been living in this orphanage since childhood. The police inform the head of the orphanage that the two brothers were caught stealing from a museum. Hearing this, the lady becomes extremely angry, because this is not the first time they have done something like this. The brothers have been caught trying to steal that same map multiple times before, fed up with their repeated habit of stealing. The woman tells the police officer that Sam is still very young. She requests them to let Sam go and take Nathan with them to jail instead, because no matter how many times Nathan was warned, he simply refused to stop stealing. Now, Nathan has no intention of going to jail, so he decides to run away from the orphanage. Using the excuse of packing his belongings, Nathan goes to his room. He quickly packs his things and is just about to escape when his younger brother, Sam, suddenly comes in from behind. Sam asks him emotionally, "Are you really leaving me behind? I can't live without you." Hearing this, Nathan walks over to Sam and explains that he doesn't want to turn himself in to the police. He reminds Sam that they both come from a pirate family, belong to a pirate family, and that's why I have to find that treasure, no matter what. Before leaving, Nathan gives Sam a letter and a lighter. He promises him, "I will definitely come back." After Nathan leaves, Sam opens the letter only to find that it's completely blank. There's nothing written on it. However, when Sam holds the lighter beneath the paper, hidden words slowly start to appear. The letter reads, "Remember, we belong to a family of pirate sea raiders." After this, the scene shifts, and we are shown a moment from 15 years later where we now see Sam, who has grown into a young man and is working at a bar. Despite this, Sam always seems sad. The reason is that exactly 15 years ago, his elder brother left him behind and never returned. Even after all these years, Sam is still searching for his brother at that moment. A beautiful girl approaches Sam. The instant he sees her, he's completely mesmerized. Using his skills, Sam smoothly serves her a drink. When the girl lights a cigarette, she realizes she doesn't have a lighter and asks Sam to light it for her as Sam leans in to light her cigarette. He very carefully and skillfully takes notice of the bracelet on her hand, steals it. This clearly shows us that Sam hasn't given up his family habit of stealing even now. Just then, a man named Victor approaches Sam. Victor tells him that he really likes Sam's lighter and is willing to buy it at any cost. But Sam immediately refuses to sell it, because that lighter was given to him by his elder brother, Nathan. After this, Victor gets straight to the real reason he came there. He tells Sam that he knows Sam has been searching for his elder brother, and that he knows exactly where he is. Saying this, Victor walks away. After Victor leaves, Sam checks his pocket, the same pocket where he had kept the bracelet he stole from the girl. But instead of the bracelet, Sam finds Victor's card inside, with Victor's address written on it. This makes it clear that Victor is actually 2 steps ahead of Sam when it comes to stealing, without wasting any time. Sam heads straight to Victor's house. Once inside, he sees that the entire place is filled with expensive and valuable items. That's when Sam's eyes suddenly fall on the same map, the very map that he and his elder brother had tried to steal. As Sam looks at this map, is looking at it when Victor suddenly appears from behind. Victor tells him, "I knew you would come here." Sam then says to Victor that this is the same map that points to a hidden treasure, and that many people have already lost their lives trying to follow this map, only to gain nothing. According to Sam, it was all just a fake story. Victor replies that this is not a false tale at all, that the treasure truly exists. He then opens a book and shows Sam a picture of a ship inside it. Victor explains that this is no ordinary ship, is an extremely ancient vessel worth 500 crore, Along with that, he reveals that a massive amount of treasure is also hidden inside this ship. Inside it. Hearing this, Sam immediately asks Victor, "Where is my brother?" Victor replies that he and Sam's brother were both chasing the same treasure. But at some point, Nathan disappeared. Victor hasn't seen him for the last 2 years. Victor adds that before disappearing, Sam's brother gave him several clues related to the treasure. He also knows that Sam himself has a lot of information about it. That's why Victor suggests they should work together to find the treasure. However, Sam rejects Victor's offer. In response, Victor tells him that if Sam agrees to help him, then Victor tells him, "If you join me, you might even find your elder brother." Hearing this, Sam is deep in thought and returns home. Once there, he looks at a photo of his brother. Seeing Nathan's photo makes Sam incredibly emotional, and he finally agrees to team up with Victor to search for both the treasure and his brother. The next morning, Sam goes to Victor and tells him, "I'm ready to find the treasure." Victor then shows him a key drawn on a piece of paper and explains that this is the key that will lead them to the treasure. He also mentions that there are 2 more such keys, one of which he already has, but the other key is about to be auctioned at an auction house, and they need to steal it as soon as possible. After this, Victor takes Sam to that very auction company and tells him that this is the place where they have to steal the second key from. The 2 of them then start planning the heist. Their plan is quite simple. They will shut off the lights of the auction house and steal the key under the cover of darkness. Soon, the day finally arrives when the key is set to be auctioned. Both Sam and Victor reach the auction company. Now, according to their plan, as soon as Sam turns off the lights, as Sam heads to the control room to turn off the lights, security guards suddenly arrive and try to catch him. But Sam manages to fight them off and starts running to escape. The guards, however, don't let him get away easily to evade them. Sam grabs onto a light fixture hanging from the ceiling and uses it to swing from one side of the floor to the other. Everyone below has their eyes on him, making it a tense and daring moment. Taking advantage of this distraction, Victor quietly sneaks in wearing a guard's uniform and steals the key. But just as Victor is about to make his escape, a girl named Layla appears. She holds a knife to Victor's neck and says, "Give me that key." At that moment, some guards arrive. They see the girl holding a knife to the neck of what looks like a guard, but in reality, it's Victor wearing the guard's uniform. Mistaking him for one of their own, the guards apprehend the girl, allowing Victor to slip away easily. Outside, he meets up with Sam, and the 2 of them get into a car and drive off. They head straight to Barcelona, where they meet a woman named Fraser. Fraser already knows Victor, and as they talk, Sam listens carefully. Through their conversation, he realizes that the second key isn't with Victor, it's actually with Fraser. At this point, Victor tells her, "Give us the second key. The 3 of us can team up and find the treasure together." But Fraser refuses to become their partner and starts to walk away. This makes both Sam and Victor suspicious. How could Fraser reject such a huge opportunity to steal the treasure? When Sam checks his bag, he realizes that Fraser has already stolen their key as well. Without thinking twice, Sam immediately starts chasing Fraser. After a long pursuit, just as Fraser is about to get into her car and drive away, Sam blocks her path, and Victor arrives at the scene too. Victor tells Fraser, "If you want to take the entire treasure for yourself, then go ahead." Victor says, "Go ahead. We won't stop you. But you don't know when or where this key needs to be used, and only Sam knows that secret." Hearing this, Fraser agrees to work with them. The 3 of them then head to a church and go down into the basement beneath it. There, they finally find the place where the key needs to be used. It's hidden under a statue. However, they don't know which way to turn the key. Victor quickly reads a book and tells them that both keys need to be turned to the right side. As they do this, arrows suddenly shoot out from the statue. Luckily, all 3 of them manage to dodge the arrows, and their lives are spared. Taking another risk, Sam and Fraser turn the keys to the left side. Suddenly, a hidden passage opens up beneath the statue. This passage leads into a tunnel, Victor tells them you to go ahead through the tunnel. I'll stay out here and protect you, so no one can follow you inside. Sam and Fraser agree to Victor's plan next. Sam connects Victor to his mobile GPS so that, wherever they are, they can keep track of each other's locations. With that done, Sam and Fraser begin moving forward through the tunnel. As they progress, they reach another door This door could only be opened with the cross-shaped key. As Fraser tries to open it, water suddenly starts flooding in because the door is connected to a fountain above. If they don't get out quickly, they could drown. To open this door safely, they first need to use a key on another door to access it. Sam calls Victor and explains the entire situation, telling him, outside you'll see a keyhole. You have to unlock it quickly. Since Victor is already connected to Sam via GPS, he can track their exact location and realizes where they are trapped. When Victor reaches the spot, he sees the keyhole right in front of him. To insert the key, he carefully removes the glass covering the hole, starts breaking it. Just then, Layla, the same girl who had attacked Victor earlier, shows up again, and a fight breaks out between the two of them. Meanwhile, on the other side, Sam and Fraser are slowly drowning as the water level keeps rising. After a long struggle, Victor finally knocks Layla unconscious by slamming her into the glass. He quickly inserts the key into the door. The moment Victor turns the key, a door opens above Sam and Fraser, allowing the water to drain and saving their lives. The two of them come out safely and once again move forward. Now it's time to open the final door. But no one knows how this door can be opened. Victor, standing outside, notices a hole. Victor was watching them from outside through a hole. Sam tries to insert the key into the hole, but it doesn't fit. Then, he notices a key symbol engraved on the wall. Seeing this, Sam realizes that opening this final door will require a second key. He tells Fraser, go get the other key from Victor.
At first,
Victor doesn't trust them and refuses to hand over the second key. But since there's no other way to open the door, he finally gives it to them. Now, merges the two keys together, and they form the exact symbol that was engraved on the wall. Using both keys, Sam opens the final door. As they enter, they find themselves in a room with 4. Inside, they see 4 large caskets. Meanwhile, Victor keeps asking Sam over and over whether they've found the treasure yet. Sam and Fraser assume the treasure must be inside one of these caskets to get a better look. Sam lifts Fraser onto his shoulders. When Fraser removes the lid of one casket, she finds it filled with salt, meaning there's no treasure here at all. Seeing this, both of them feel deeply disappointed. Suddenly, all 4 caskets break open at the same time, revealing a hidden map, the real map that would lead them to the treasure. As Sam is looking at the map, Fraser suddenly points a gun at him and takes it away. Sam protests, saying, "You can't do this, you." Sam tries to argue, saying that Fraser was part of their team. But Fraser replies, "I have no problem with you. The problem is the guy with you, Victor. He's a deceiver and even betrayed your elder brother." Then Fraser shoots Sam in the head, knocking him unconscious, and takes the map and both keys with her as she leaves. A short while later, Victor arrives and sees Sam unconscious. He realizes that Fraser has double-crossed them and taken the map and keys. When Sam regains consciousness, he angrily asks Victor, "Where's my brother?" Victor explains, "Many years ago, your brother and I set out to find this treasure, but..." Victor reveals, "You weren't the only one searching for the treasure, Layla. The girl who put a knife to my neck at the museum was also after it, and she's the one who killed your brother." Hearing this, Sam becomes extremely emotional and starts to leave. But Victor stops him, saying, "Your brother wanted you to fulfill his dream after he was gone." Moved by this, Sam tells Victor, "All right, I will go for this treasure for my brother. Once I find it, our paths will part." With that, Sam leaves. Meanwhile, we see Fraser, and Layla is there with her. This is the same girl who killed Sam's elder brother. It's revealed that both Fraser and Layla work for the same man. Fraser hands over the map and keys to their boss, and upon seeing them, Fraser's boss is extremely pleased with her and tells Layla, "From now on, you'll work under Fraser, because you failed to retrieve the map. And Fraser completed the job successfully. Hearing this, Layla becomes furious. After that, their boss boards a plane with his entire team, fully equipped with all the necessary supplies to continue the treasure hunt. He was thrilled, thinking a massive treasure was finally within his reach, but little did he know, his joy would be short-lived. Layla, extremely upset after working for him for so many years, refuses to serve under Fraser. Suddenly, she sneaks up from behind and slashes her boss's throat. Seeing him dead, Fraser realizes that Layla won't spare her either. So she quickly, to save herself, Fraser hides inside a car on the plane. Layla orders her men, go find Fraser and kill her. Meanwhile, we see Sam and Victor, who had secretly stowed away in the trunk of the same red car, also on the plane. As everyone is busy searching for Fraser, Sam and Victor quietly take advantage of the chaos to steal the map. A little later, Layla spots Fraser, and a fierce shootout breaks out between them. While everyone is busy firing at each other, Victor tells Sam, "We've got the map. We need to grab parachutes and get out of here. Fast." Victor jumps off the plane with a parachute. But Sam hesitates. He can't jump because Layla killed his brother, and he's still consumed with anger and revenge. Sam's mind is consumed with revenge. He wants to avenge his brother. He shouts at Layla, "Why did you kill my brother?" Layla doesn't answer and orders her men to kill Sam. As her men move in, Sam cleverly releases all the cargo that was tied together, causing everything on the plane to fall out into the air. Sam then tries to grab a parachute and jump. But one of his legs gets tangled in a rope, and he starts swinging through the air with the falling cargo. Somehow, he manages to get back onto the plane. Meanwhile, Fraser, still hiding in the car, is about to jump out of the plane. Suddenly, Sam appears in front of her, and Fraser collides with him, causing him to fall out of the plane. As they're both falling, Fraser yells at Sam quickly. Fraser yells at Sam, "Open your parachute." But Sam hadn't brought one. Thinking quickly, they both jump toward a cargo container and manage to grab hold of it. Sam then opens the parachute attached to the cargo. The two of them plunge safely into the ocean below. They eventually reach the shore and check into a hotel. That night, they try to study the map. Fraser quickly gives up and goes to sleep, unable to make sense of it. But Sam works tirelessly through the night, using the keys to decipher the treasure's exact location. Once he figures it out, Sam writes the treasure's location on a note and finally goes to sleep. The next morning, Fraser wakes up and sees that Sam has already figured out the treasure's location by analyzing the map, showing his cleverness once again. Fraser takes the paper with the treasure's location and heads off toward the supposed spot. When Sam wakes up, he realizes that after all his hard work through the night, Fraser has taken the location with her. But instead of getting upset, Sam starts laughing. The reason? He had intentionally written a fake location on the note, knowing Fraser would try to trick him. The real location was safely hidden in a bottle. Sam then sets off in a boat toward the real location. However, Layla is also keeping a close watch on him. Undeterred, Sam reaches the destination, where he finds two massive ships and the treasure that so many had lost their lives trying to find. He climbs aboard one of the ships and discovers drums filled with gold. Seeing this, Sam is overjoyed at the sight of the treasure, but suddenly he hears Victor's voice behind him. Surprised, Sam asks, "How did you get here?" Victor replies, "Did you forget? You connected me to your GPS." The two of them begin loading the gold into bags when Layla arrives with her team. Seeing them, Sam and Victor quickly hide on the ship. When Layla sees the enormous amount of gold on the ship, her eyes widen in shock. She could have taken all the gold for herself, but greed takes over. She calls her entire team and plans to airlift both ships using a plane, knowing that the ships themselves are worth millions along with the treasure. Layla manages to lift both ships using a helicopter. Meanwhile, Sam and Victor emerge from their hiding spot on the ship, and Sam and Victor sprang into action. Determined to take the ships back from Layla, they start fighting Layla's guards who are on the ship. Sam takes on one guard with full force, and together, he and Victor lift the guards and throw them off the ship. After a prolonged battle with the guards, They manage to hijack one of the ships. When Layla sees that one of her ships has been taken over by Sam and Victor, she flies into a rage and chases them with her helicopter. To escape, Victor maneuvers the hijacked ship quickly, using the helicopter to their advantage. But Layla doesn't give up. She brings her ship close to Victor's and sends her men to fight Sam and Victor. Sam jumps into action, taking on the attackers, while Layla herself moves in from the front and crashes into Victor's ship. But the first collision doesn't do much damage to Victor's ship. Determined, Layla backs up and speeds toward Victor's ship again for another full-force crash. At that moment, he quickly loads it with gunpowder and fires at Layla's helicopter, setting it on fire. The helicopter crashes into a mountain, but before the impact, Layla somehow jumps from her ship onto Victor's ship and throws a massive chain into the water, stopping both ships and the helicopter from moving forward. This sets the stage for a direct fight between Sam and Layla. At first, Sam is struggling against her strength. To save himself, he grabs a rope and climbs up toward Victor in the helicopter. But Layla, furious, follows closely behind him, her anger driving her forward. Just as Layla is about to strike Sam, Victor sacrifices his bag full of gold and hurls it directly at her. The impact sends both the gold bag and Layla plummeting into the water. Sam and Victor assume she's dead, but she's still alive. At that moment, the ship that was hanging from the helicopter snaps free, crashing down and squashing Layla in the water. Finally ending her life, Victor then manages to pull Sam up into the helicopter, and both of them are safe. From above, they watch in awe as the ship they had been searching for months lies right there in the water before their eyes. As the ship sinks into the water, Sam and Victor can only watch helplessly. Soon, the police arrive, and they realize that all the gold now belongs to the government. Victor is slightly disheartened at losing such a massive treasure, but Sam consoles him, saying, "Don't be upset." Then, one by one, Sam starts pulling gold slabs from his pockets, the gold he had secretly kept for himself. Seeing this, Victor's face lights up with joy. The two of them leave happily together. In the movie's ending, we see a speedboat chasing them, and it turns out to be Fraser, the same woman Sam had cleverly outsmarted earlier. Finally, the scene shifts to a jail, where it's revealed that Sam's elder brother wasn't dead after all. He's alive and imprisoned. And with that, the story comes to a close.